can be surrounded by people, but you still feel incredibly lonely. Because that person that's yours and looks at you in a way that no one else does and loves you more than anyone else does, he's not there now. I mean, he is there, he's here all the time, he's here now, but he's not here in person, is he? And yes, I miss him a lot.
Lauren has really struggled to cope with the loss of her husband, cricketing legend Bob Willis. Bob had prostate cancer and died in 2019.
It was very funny. We laughed a lot. We're quite a naughty, rude sense of humour and like the same thing. So we made each other laugh. I think I kept upbeat for him and he kept upbeat for me. And whether that was good or bad, ultimately, because we didn't really talk about him dying and how I would live without him and stuff, which I regret now, but it was about keeping upbeat and happy and not bringing each other down.
Bob Willis played 90 tests for England, but will always be remembered for Headingley 1981.
And he got it!
Going into the match, he was angry, he was under a lot of pressure, and probably if he hadn't performed, he wouldn't have ever played for England again.
Coming in off his long run, Bob Willis tore the Australians apart.
Willis has taken his sixth wicket.
It was one of England's greatest sporting moments.
Bowl him, it's all over, and it is one of the most fantastic victories ever known. Bob Willis, 8 wickets.
I think it affected his life forevermore because he did carry on playing cricket for England. He then became England captain. And then, was that the reason that he got his job with Sky for 30 years? I mean, possibly. So it was a very life-changing day for him.
Well, he isn't an international wicket-keeper, is he? Let's be honest about it.
Bob Willis became a gloriously waspish pundit.
I mean, standing up, he looks like a performing seal at feeding time, doesn't he? I mean, flapping away there.
He perfected that persona. He came across very grumpy and opinionated.
This series has been disgraceful.
But in real life, he wasn't, he just wasn't like that. He was very loving, gentle, listened to people, didn't talk about himself or show off about, his cricket exploits or anything like that. He was a really special person and lots of people loved him.
On the honours board at Lord's, Bob Willis sits proudly alongside the great names of cricket. It is a source of pride for Lauren, but not comfort.
I am completely on my own. I have lots of lovely friends. It isn't the same. I have no one to do nothing with. That's a famous phrase that really resonates with me. We don't just hang around, sitting on the sofa, lying on the sofa together, watching Netflix in silence. Come home to an empty flat. I don't really know how. I have no idea what my life is going to be in the future. It's really, really difficult.
Lauren has decided to honour Bob's name by setting up the Bob Willis Fund. It launches today. It will raise money for prostate cancer, better testing, screening, treatment.
11,000 men die every year of prostate cancer. That's one man every 45 minutes. And there's still no national screening programme because the PSA test is unreliable. And so that's not perfect, and that's what we're trying to raise money and awareness for through the Bob Willis Fund and helping Prostate Cancer UK.
In lockdown, Lauren painted this portrait of her husband at the crease, ready to deliver.
He did have an iconic action, didn't he? And I think the cubism also gives it quite a lot of movement, so it feels like he's actually storming in, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm quite pleased with the result.
Lauren is planning to auction her painting. The money will go to the Bob Willis Fund to help the fight against prostate cancer. Graham Satchell, BBC News.